All right, we're here with Maxi?
It's
What?
maxi.png.
Maxi.png. I'm just gonna call you
Yeah.
Maxi. That's just probably simpler. He's touched and tasted victory at champ, but he's at Diamond 3 right now, and he's just trying to get a few pointers. So we're gonna help him out. Are you ready?
Oh heck yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's just have a look. Let's see. Do you do a cheat? That's the real question here. All right. So obviously, first issue, probably want to take that little boost pad there, on the left hand side. Do you tend to go that way? Do you tend to get this
Yeah.
boost pad right in the middle? Okay, cool. We'll just talk. Um, do you kind of understand that diagonal flips kind of send you away from where you are pointing straight? Does that kind of make sense, or not really? So if you kind of want to like, you should kind of want to do it this at this moment right here. Does that make sense? Because your
Yeah.
diagonal flip actually would take you straight this way. So little minor thing probably help you out because I can see you doing diagonal flips, which is great, but just diagonal flip at this point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That'll make it easier because I talk about this because this will help you with your kickoffs too. Um, I assume you front flip or diagonal flip for your kickoffs?
I diagonal flip.
Okay, so yeah, this is just a common thing to kind of remember when you're doing general gameplay that do around about a 30, 45-degree angle, you end up pretty straight in the end if you do that. All right, cool. Now let's continue. So if you're gonna go for a boost take, turn towards goal, not away from goal,
Okay.
because go for the extremes here. You either cheat or you be passive. Okay. Because otherwise you turn this way, especially either in twos or threes, you'll kind of get beaten. You're basically like stuck in no man's land a bit, right? You're pointing away from your goal. You're not able to really defend it. Okay. And then you see here, you anyway go backwards in the end, right? So we just cut the middleman out. Okay.
Okay.
Now, to be honest, if we were talking about how I'd attack this situation, let's say you go for boost, right? Uh, I'd be going. Oh, this is the wrong way. Okay. I'd be going this way, and I'd chill out, go like this. See that I'm waiting. You see how much less awkward I am being here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll do a half flip right about here, and then kind of 50 it. Make sense? Okay. Do you know how
Yep.
to half flip and wave dash?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you? A question I do have is, do you know how to wave dash off the walls to kind of gain speed?
Yes.
So a common one is like go there and then kind of go down. How often would you say you do it?
I want to say about 60% of the time.
Okay. Try and get it to like 80, 90% of the time. It just the reason why we stress stuff like wave dashes is it saves boost, and boost is a precious resource. So we kind of just want to make sure that we're good there. Okay.
All right.
So now, worst thing you can do here is to chase your teammate. Okay. He's cut in front of you. Fine. You don't want to chase with him, right? Because you're not really. There's not much coverage of the pitch when you're here, right? So
That's great.
so you're kind of like, you see that? You're kind of in the same spot. Obviously, what you should be doing is kind of, if he's got free play, which he has over here, get wide, but don't go too far. You want to basically be maybe, I'd say a third of the pitch behind him, if that makes sense. So if we're talking about this in general, and I go, if we're talking about this, let's say he is, we go like this. So there's a couple general rules I have. If he's pushing up the ball and it's completely free, which it isn't because there's a guy here, then I'll push up like if he's here, I'll be here. Okay. So you're kind
Yep.
of you see that you're kind of being a little bit behind. Now, if there's a guy coming in, I'll usually wait until about halfway before I push up. Okay. Mainly, the reason why is I want to just defend the line. This takes maybe 2 flips to get forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though you think he might be going in a straight line here, it's going to take a rather long time for him to actually get the ball to the mid. Okay? So
Hmm.
you have more time than you'd actually expect to actually get to where you need to be. Okay. Anyway, well, let's have a watch and see what you do. Okay. In the end, you kind of do what I'm talking about, which is nice, except a little bit more dangerous than I'd be expecting. Okay, but it's good. Um, the main reasons I'd be staying this line and this line is just so you can collect boost. Okay,
Hmm.
you've kind of done it this way, which is great. Just kind of letting you know that you can go basically this way. This is like a diamond. So take one of these lines. Okay, allows you to
Hmm.
spread out, allows you to get boost. It's a win-win. All right. Now, if he goes for a dribble play, chill a little bit more. Okay. So as soon as you see do that, I want you to stay wider. Okay. Kind of don't go straight because what's going to happen is he's probably going to get dunked. Okay. So you want to stay
Hmm.
wider so that you have a little bit more space and you have the option of going back. Okay. Every time there's a 50-50 that's about to happen, I want you to prepare for the worst 50-50. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So a lot of the time people go, oh yeah, I'm going to prep to be in the position so that if the 50-50 goes well, I'm here and then I can score, right?
Hmm.
But what about, any 50-50 that goes here, right? A whole lot of space. So in twos, there's enough space that if you're sitting a little bit more conservatively, you'll still be in plenty of time to get there. Okay?
Yep.
So let's have a look. All right. Okay. Now let's have a look at it from your perspective. Yeah, you're too close. Okay? You want to sit a bit further back, wait for the 50-50 to happen, and then for me personally, I'd be around just behind halfway. Gives you plenty of time to react because there's no way, no one, you don't need that extra 5 meters of space, but you actually need that extra bit of reaction time that you're soon going to about find out here that you need, right? Think
Hmm.
about if you're halfway here, right? Okay. Kind of put yourself in an awkward situation, right? When do you think
Yeah.
the best time to challenge someone is?
Probably as early as possible.
Yeah. The real kind of answer here is first, easiest one is if your teammate's behind you, then it means you can challenge whatever, right? The second thing is if he's not got control because he's not close to the ball, you see how much space there is here?
Hmm.
This is the best time to challenge. Make sense? So you kind of if the ball's not in control, then you know you can challenge him. Okay, but as last man, you want to make sure that you don't challenge unless it's for sure a win for you. Okay,
Hmm.
so you're really just buying time for your teammate here. Okay,
That's exactly what I thought I was doing here.
which is perfect.
That's why I didn't challenge so too early.
That's awesome. Now, what's your thought process here then?
Well, I thought since he just flipped, I would have enough time to hit it away from me. But then he flicked it up right past me.
Honestly, totally get where you're coming from, but see, for me, the reaction time that you want to be is here. Now you challenge. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So he's played the ball away from you, away from himself, so you can't get to the ball, then challenge. Does that make sense? What you've done
Yeah.
is let him collect the ball right about here, then challenge. Right? So it it's a bit of a tough one, but you want to kind of think of it as you've hesitated there, right? You've calculated the decision, then made the decision, then gone, right?
Hmm.
You've kind of gone through a few steps. So yes, I love thinking play, and it's great, and I do it all the time. But you gotta just learn this instinctually when you want to go, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Cut out this hesitation because this for me, once the ball's away from him and he's kind of thrown the ball away, I can challenge now. Okay. That's kind
Hmm.
of one of my guiding principles. All right. But really, the easiest way to save all this is to position yourself just a bit behind where behind the halfway line you'd be good. Okay.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But what I want to get in your mind is you're not going to always be in the perfect situation. And I want you to kind of understand what to do in those imperfect situations because you're going to have them in twos, right?
Hmm.
But we try and save ourselves from having to heavily use our mechanics until we need to. Let positioning help you out a bit. So, do you feel confident in your kickoffs?
Not at all.
Okay. So yeah, very, I would say a rather poor kickoff. Um, Mainly because you have no boost at the end of it. So there's no, right? The ball killed, and basically you've left it to the opponents to use the ball as they want, right?
Hmm.
And you've kind of left the play. If the ball is dead in the middle, sit behind the ball as best as you can. Flip, do something, right? You
Hmm.
leaving the play is a terrible idea because your teammate's never gonna go up. You want to hassle them. You want to stop them from doing stuff with it. Okay?
All right.
Because you basically let little Graham over here um, know that he can just have a free shot at net, right?
Yeah.
He's able to come up because he's the last man. But if you put just a little bit of doubt in his mind that you're going to be close to it, he's not going to push up. Or if he does, you're going to 50-50 him, right? And save your teammate any issues. Okay? Because you can't forget that every time last man pushes up from their side, they've got doubt. They want to make sure that they can hit it for sure, right? So yeah.
Hmm.
You want to pick up little boost pads. So the ideal line would have been to kind of go like that. Okay.
Hmm.
I want you to always concentrate on figuring out where your boost pad line is going to be because it's going to help you a lot to pick up enough boost to support any plays that happen. Every time that you go to one of these boost pads, you're actually becoming irrelevant in the play. Okay. So you kind of stay in the middle with all these boost pads. You're always going to be relevant in the play. All right.
Hmm.
Obviously, if if the ball's over here and you want to sink wide, fine, get the boost. But yeah, just try and think about where you can play a little bit better there. So, yeah, you're not really doing much, right? Uh, can you kind of think about what you're trying to do here in this situation?
Well, I didn't intend to miss the boost the first time when I went to it, and
Mm-hmm.
then as I was trying to pick up boost pads to stay relevant, but I kept missing every single one,
No, I understand, and
and then it I was moving pretty slow, honestly speaking.
that's all good. So an easy way to kind of do this, try and play a little casual, but never pick up a big boost pad.
Okay,
It
that sounds interesting.
There's low stakes in this because it's casual, but it'll I mean you'll die or live by these little boost pads, right?
Hmm.
Play a few games, see how it goes. Yeah, good boost steal. Good boost steal. Entirely relevant. All right, we're definitely gonna if we have enough time, we're definitely gonna do a little bit of kickoff practice just so you kind of at least I'll tell you how to do a proper kickoff. Okay. I like how relevant you stood in there. Um, flick flick as quickly as you can here. Okay. A lot of are you confident in your flicks?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. I would say I'm confident. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
So
I practice the most.
so if we're talking about this, we're about 102. So 102. Okay, let me see if cool. All right, so 102. Okay. So a common thing I'll like practice myself when I'm like doing some free play to warm up is I'll just constantly try and flick the ball just quickly. So I'll get under the ball and try and flick it. So this ball's randomly going here. Okay, now let me try and get it on my head and then flick it. It doesn't really matter if it's a shit flick. All I'm trying to do is get myself accustomed to flicking the ball as quickly as possible. A lot of people get into the habit of trying to bait the person in and then flick it, right? I'm sure that's what
Mhm.
you do every time you do a flick, right? Would you say?
I agree. Yeah, that
So
would be what I do.
try and just flick it as quickly as possible. As you get higher and higher ranks, it's not going to work as much. But I tell you, if you can kind of get used to trying to flick the ball as quickly as you can, see, you see here, like I'm in free play, I'm just trying to flick as soon as I think I have control of the ball. If I don't have control of the ball, fair dues, I just learn from it, okay? So spend maybe like 10 minutes trying to do this before you kind of, warm up. Because like what I'll do is I'll literally do this thing I'm doing here, and then I'll do like a training pack or two, and just kind of warm up the shooting and stuff like that. But that's really what I do, because this allows you to really get a feel of where you can kind of flick the ball, right? And when you can flick the ball. Okay? Cool. Do you sort of know
Yeah.
when you can flick the ball?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'd say so.
so when can you flick the ball? Like, do you have like an idea? Like, am I able?
Well,
To,
it de-
yeah.
it really depends on how fast you're going and what direction you want to flick it in.
An easy way to understand it is if the ball's kind of like sort of front mid, you can flick it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
As
like
long as
right
it's
about here.
in front of as long as it's in front of your center of mass, it can pretty much
Yeah.
be flicked.
And an easy save, because I'm sure you're in a situation where you're trying to catch up to the ball, right? You're just boosting, right? Like that.
Hmm.
Is side flip it. So go like this. Okay.
Hmm.
This allows you to flick the ball. It's not going to be as high as a normal flick, but you can sure as hell still get a lot of speed, and you don't have as much control of the ball. Okay? Cool. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Perfect. I was a former Dominus player, so I lived and breathed flicks. It's one of my favorite parts of what you can do in Rocket League, because you can do some
I think
legit.
it's also my favorite. It's like one of the most satisfying things you can do.
Oh, you can do some monster flicks. Like on the Dominus, you can flick from your own goal to their goal if you get it right. But yeah, it's a good one. So yeah, flick early. Okay, so here, flick.
Okay.
Can you see? We'll get out of here. Do you see how destructive it would be if you just flick now?
Yeah, it would be catastrophic for them.
And even if they get back, you get this boost. Now you challenge them, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, flick quick, and you'll probably do a lot better here, right? It took me a long time to figure out that you don't always have to bait them in, especially, you know, just try and flick quickly. You start learning distances where you can flick, but yeah, usually most of the time, flicking early is probably the best idea, because no one expects you to flick early, okay? But I like how you 50-50 the ball, that's good. I don't know if I like this, but I think a common issue that we have at these ranks is, do you have much awareness of where your teammate is?
I want to say most of the time.
Okay, okay. Um, so something I commonly do is I'll look back. I'll flick the back button. You look at
Hmm.
the reverse, you'll easily see where your teammate is. But you don't need to do it for long. You just need to know sort of, he's far or he's close. Okay? Just think about that. And I'll always kind of go from ball cam and off ball cam, because like right now, if you switched onto ball cam, you'd be able to see off ball cam. You could see where your teammate is, and then go back onto ball cam. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Because now you're kind of like guessing where he is. I mean, you sort of know that he's in the
Yeah,
right
I
corner.
knew he's in that corner, but I didn't know like where he was going or
Yeah, yeah. So you
anything.
just flick it on and off. Then you'll basically know everything based off the body position of his car, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Now, what's your thought process coming over here right about now? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking here. I want to get back post, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with the ball yet.
Hmm.
So I'm just trying to speed my way to back post, and hopefully I get in a good position to save it if it goes wrong.
Those are all good thoughts, but let's take it more apart. Let's be more specific. Can Little Graham score from here?
I don't. I don't think so.
Okay. So he's not dangerous to scoring right here. Okay. Uh, Loksev games with his, I don't know what type of weird crazy shit he's got there. It looks like it's all like weird, and I don't even know. Um, he can score, right? Would you say?
I would say
potentially.
so. Yeah.
Okay, now you're basically going supersonic back to your net, right?
hmm
Does that would you say that that reduces or increases your reaction times here?
I would definitely say it increases my reaction time.
Yeah, yeah. So you're zooming towards a ball where you don't know where it's going, and you're giving yourself less time to think.
hmm
So, what do you think you might do instead here?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you actually want to brake. So get out
Should I
of
just stop
supersonic.
exactly where I am right there?
Not like stop here, but like slow down a little bit. Because when
Okay.
you slow down a bit, you give yourself more reaction time if the ball comes straight out, or you can kind of turn because he's not scoring. The person who is scoring is this guy. So if you can block his shot direction, you're good, right?
hmm
So that's your thought process. He's not. If he scores from here, then fair dues. This is Rocket League. Okay, move on. Okay, but let's hope this guy can defend. Okay, so your thought process is yeah, back post could work, and especially if he takes his time. But you want to slow down a bit so that you have all these options that you could potentially go. Okay,
Okay.
you going this way kind of cuts down all your options, right? The closer you are to the ball, the less options you have. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so just think about that. If we let's see if I can kind of talk this through in terms of when I'd be slowing down. Let's go. All right. So let's go here. Let's go back. All right. So first off, I'd be taking this line right here. Okay, because if
hmm
you take this line, you get 60 or 70 boost, well more than enough to help your teammate out, right? So, here's where I'd be going. All right, so I'm just chilling, I'm getting back, I'm using it, and I'm here. Make sense?
hmm
Obviously, you might be thinking, yeah, but he knows what's gonna happen, because it's a replay, right? But the main
hmm
thing that you want to be is trying to cover as many potential possibilities there are, right? So
Yeah.
just chilling out a little bit allows you to pick up these little boost pads that are here and also give yourself more options to dive to wherever you need to be. Okay? So you can see, can you see?
I made, I even made a comment. I was like, "Oh man, I'm." Yeah, I remember
but
that
but
moment
but do you see
mentally.
that? Do you see that? Like just slowing down a little bit, you would have helped you so much more. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I was definitely tilted when that happened.
That's so good. That's so good. I try and untilt you. I play ranked Rocket League like a chill thing now. Like I definitely used to be like real stressed about it, but there's no need anymore. It's just it's Rocket League, right? It's dumb shit happens all the time, right? That's why I play Rocket League because I love when dumb shit happens. All right, you've got the same problem that every Rocket League player, including myself, has. Is you've fluttered 50 of your boost doing nothing with it, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, you can't fault your teammate there because you have just decided to drive it forward, right? And he's going like, "Oh shit, I need to get here," right?
Yeah.
Now, you need to realize that he's got a good shot and goal. Okay?
Yeah.
As soon as you see him go forward, just get out. Okay? Let him do his thing. Okay?
All right.
Or don't keep touching it like what you're doing. You're kind of ignoring he exists in this play, right? You're just going like, out of my way, it's my ball. Now, what is this? What is this? I want to drive on the walls business that we have here. Why are we on the
I was
walls
just gonna.
here?
I just went to drive boost and I was gonna wave dash off the wall.
Okay.
Just thought it might have been faster, but
No. I can see that. Why are you so high on the wall? If
it's just the boost circle. I don't. I just driving
drift,
radius.
drift, man, drift. Okay. That's good. That's a good wave dash. But No, I like what you're playing here. Now, something I do is if I'll just literally just sit in goal behind the line. You see this? You're on the line, right? This gives you
Hmm.
zero time to defend anything. You sit behind the line, you still got transparent goalposts, right?
Hmm.
Now I can just chill. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, and I just boom that ball, right? Easy. So I haven't done any of the funky shit that you did, but I've defended our goal, right? I'm defending my goal. I don't believe he can get a shot on goal that I can't save it in this position. Would you agree here?
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
The only thing he could do is he double touches on here. How many double touches have you seen succeed in Diamond?
Like maybe 4 out of 6.
Wait four. Wait, you're saying 4 out of 6 people who've attempted a double touch?
Yes.
I'm
There,
gonna I'm
I
gonna
swear to God,
I'm
there's a
gonna
lot of
call
Smurfs.
major major doubt, major doubt. Okay, I'm gonna put the number for Diamond at, I would assume, at best 1 out of 10 that they succeed. Okay, uh,
All right.
at GC level, maybe 6 or 7 out of 10. Okay, so yeah, you're pretty comfortable here. Okay, so let's
All
just
right.
let just trust me, Bo. Okay, just trust me. All
All
right.
right. No, I trust you. I trust you.
Your mind remembers that four, but your mind forgets all the other crap attempts that people
Yeah,
have made.
exactly.
Okay,
You're
okay, okay,
exactly right.
okay, okay. So I'm sitting inside goal, and this means he flies this, and this is a free ball to just shoot at their goal. Okay,
Hmm.
easy. Okay, your teammate would have seen that you're here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's just go back to you. Now, this is almost a good attempt at this, but I mean, do you practice that?
Yeah. Yeah. I try to.
Doesn't really look like you practiced that. I'm not gonna lie here. Okay. Now, if you're gonna do this, which I highly do not recommend, because at diamond level you do not need these mechanics. At champ level you do not need these mechanics. At maybe champ 2, champ 3 you might need these mechanics. At grand champ probably you need these mechanics. Uh, just flutter your boost, okay? Unless you're
Okay.
gonna try and go for a boom, which you're trying to do here, but you've gone too early to do your boom. Okay,
Okay.
you should jump later, and then you're just kind of going forward, and then you front flip. And the reason why this doesn't work is your car legit is. Do you understand how flips work?
Yeah.
So it's dead because you're you're pointing straight up. Okay, like
Hmm.
this. That's bad. And the reason why you're doing this is because you're trying to get to this ball, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, you've misread this pretty badly. Okay, need to practice it more, but unlikely that. Do you see anyone here? Do you see anyone challenging you? Do I see any
Absolutely
challenges? No
nobody.
challenges. So why are
No,
we doing this?
nobody.
Why are we doing
Um,
this?
I think this is possibly the worst game. This is the worst example of how I play this game.
It's
But
okay.
I
It's
think,
okay. I'm calling you out on all the stuff that you're doing. It's good. All right, next. Now, what is your thought process right here?
well, my teammate's ahead of me,
Hmm.
so I want to stay back. I have low boost, so
So
I'm
why are you
probably
going
gonna.
forward by staying backwards? Like, my question here is, why are you driving forward?
Well, I want to stay close, but I don't want to be too close.
Interesting, interesting. Can you defend the goal from here?
I mean, not with my no, no, I can't.
Okay, okay. I'm glad we're honest here. Okay. So, what you should be doing is going, oh shit, my teammate has just passed the ball to the opponent. I need to go back. Okay. So, I'd be going this way and going, yes, I need to defend this. Okay. He's just given the freest hit of his life to this guy. All right. This is your thought process. Don't go, yes, I need to support him, because there's no way this guy catches up the ball. The ball's going this way, He's trying to catch up to it, and this guy's going forward. Who's getting
Hmm.
to it quicker?
It would be him. It would be that guy right there,
Yes.
the enemy.
Ball going this way. He has to chase. You got twice the speed. Okay. I didn't pass physics, but it seems pretty clear to me. Okay. Now, as you can see, in that very moment, you realize, oh no, right? Right about here.
Hmm.
Then you realize,
Hmm.
oh, he's passed it that way. But let's realize that you're lucky. You're not. You this he should have shot at a goal, right? And those champ players will shoot at a goal, right?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. What a save, but all because of how little mechanics. Like you, you didn't play your positioning. You just hoped your mechanics would be good enough, right?
Yeah, I got lucky there. I did not
Yeah.
feel any satisfaction of doing that one.
I will repeat once more. Fluttering boost. So you picked up 100. Now you have 50, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think you could do in this situation instead to save your boost?
My usual thought process is that I use most of my boost after I pick up
Yes.
100, and then I drive over some paths to recover that boost that I used.
My thought process is I want to stay as close to 100 as possible. Okay, so if I go for this boost, right, like that, and I'll go. Okay, makes sense. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing diagonal flips, right until I assume in the process of me doing a flip, there will be a 50-50 happening. If there's going to be a 50-50 happening, I'll literally just chill out. I won't go forward. I'll kind of like go like this way. So if the ball's like around about here, right? I'll literally just kind of go, okay, um, flip. All right, 50-50 is about to happen. Let me just kind of sit back like that. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So I'm covering the goal, but I can still turn around, right? It's really simple for me to turn around. So I'm kind of going like that, and I can turn forward if I need to, or I can turn backwards, right? Make sense?
Hmm.
So use your flips. The flips are incredible. Flips are a way of life, all right? But don't flip if a 50-50 is about to happen, or anything that is unpredictable that's about to happen, okay?
Okay.
Because as soon as you flip, you lose control of your car, right? I'm stuck on this spot right here. But if I'm driving, I can kind of turn left, I can turn right, I can do whatever, right? Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Now, I don't know how much you're going to remember of all this, but the general thought is prepare for the worst and know what you're going to do if the best happens. Okay?
Right.
So, and the other thing is don't flutter your boost. Just yell at yourself. Don't flutter your boost. Pick up little boost pads. Okay?
Okay.
This is way too close.
That was actually going to be my next question. How far away generally do I want to be from my teammate when we're adding this
I
type of
don't
pressure
care
on the
about where your
balls on
teammate
myself?
is. I care about where the opponent is and what his options are. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Think about this. We can think about our teammate. What is our teammate covering right about here?
Probably like right underneath the ball.
Okay.
That would, yeah.
So if we call it, let's call it like we'll draw like a. Let's see if I can get everyone in play. Okay. So he's covering, I would say, around about here. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Now you're going at Mach speed, and your cone of thing. If you're chilling out, you're not going Mach speed is here, right? As soon as you start going, as soon as you start going much faster, your cone goes to about here and kind of goes wide like this. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
So you're basically covering the same space as your teammate is. Would you say?
Yeah, I would agree.
Now who's defending any of this?
Absolutely nobody.
Okay, cool. All right, got that out of the way. So what we want to do instead is okay. So we're here. We're free. We're in charge. All right. So I get the boost. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go front flip. Okay. I see him go. I'm gonna go wide, and then because fewer could actually have got that ball. Would you say so?
Um,
We're gonna watch him,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
He would
we
have
can
had some
definitely
hit,
have
right?
that. Yeah.
So he's either planning to hit the ball here and bounce off, or he's gonna try and shoot a goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you've done is basically now you guys inherit this spot right here, and nothing here is dangerous anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here. I can actually help out whatever he does, right? I can go this way. I can go this way. If he gets 50-50 like hell, or I can go forward, right? See how
Mm-hmm.
many more options I have?
Yeah.
And because I haven't wasted any of my boost, I can use my boost here. Okay? So it's really about boost management. Boost management is one of the biggest things that you can kind of learn. But anyway, let's go back to you. Now, are you scoring from here? Would you say you have a viable scoring opportunity from here?
Um, Honestly, I do think there is a scoring opportunity right here, but the
Interesting.
likelihood is probably low.
So I would say you have a zero. I'd say you have a 1% chance of scoring here. So, in order for you to score, you'd have to go round and hit the ball in. Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
So where's your car facing right now?
Straight at the ball,
So
like almost to the corner.
is this? Can you shoot from this angle?
No.
So I would say no opportunity because of your first touch. But first touches are tough to happen. But don't just don't fly up because that's what you've intended to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Realize you've taken a bad touch, and realize that you want to play it differently. Okay.
Okay.
Because what you're in essence doing is you've got 87 boost. Now let's count how the boost happens. Right. You don't really do much with it. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but first off, you're sitting. Can you see how close you've just become?
Yeah.
Right? There's no reaction time, right? Now, is there a difference from me being here versus you being here to react to this ball? What
Yeah.
would
This.
what would your thought process be here if you're here?
I would honestly, if I were there, I'd be way more patient and wait for my just to see what happens with the ball,
My
and just.
teammate doesn't know I exist. He sees ball in front of him. I go,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he's probably going for ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me play off him. Okay, that's probably what you're thinking, right? He sees ball. He doesn't see me. He's probably gonna go for it, right?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, just your position makes you think I have to go because I've committed, but you don't need to commit. Okay. Not everything has to be
Okay.
committed play. And because of it, imagine. Okay, he should take the ball, but if he didn't, and you guys were in a call, you go like leave it, I got it. Imagine where if you were sitting at the halfway line, it's a boomer of a ball, and unlikely they save it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say? Okay, cool. All right, you've got the you've got the I need boost, right? Pick up little
Yeah.
boost pads, okay? Stay relevant. Stay relevant. Do you see how much boost you could pick up if you didn't turn if you just went straight?
Yeah.
So this is 36 boost plus 26 boost plus the boost that you've just wasted here, right?
As soon as I landed on that wall, the immediate thought is that I needed to get back,
Yes, but
and I didn't want to drive upfield because I was afraid that I was might be able to hit my teammate.
okay. So this is a myth that gets perpetuated because it's good for rotations, and I kind of tell people at lower ranks, which is rotate behind the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the most dangerous thing to give your teammate when they're on offense?
How do
It's
you mean?
okay if you don't know because it's kind of a
I
very vague
I
question.
I couldn't answer that question.
So, time and space. With enough time and enough space, they'll probably do something with the ball, right? Would you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, if we go and kill their time and space and just annoy the shit out of them, right? They're not going to do anything good with the ball, right?
Yeah.
So just be annoying. You don't. What you're trying to do is make it as awkward as possible so that your teammate has a free ball because they hit it really badly. Okay, that's
Okay.
all you're trying to do. All right. You don't have to. If you see your teammate, challenge up and like go at the same place, you go, okay, I need to get out. But you should be forcing them to do shit plays. Okay. Don't give them time. All right. Now, what is your thought process? Um, let's get back to where we are. So you kind of rotated. Now, what are you thinking?
Well, I know my teammate is behind me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of teammate play in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my teammate's behind me, and I know if I o- at least attempt to block it,
Hmm.
there would be a better chance that my teammate would get a free ball and hit it.
Perfect. Now, just make that thought here, right? So
Hmm.
you've done great, which is you're thinking the right play, but it's unlikely you beat this guy to this ball because it's close to him and it's going up, right?
Hmm.
Make that play or thought process here before it even happens, and then you can just cut off the ball and place it over here where your teammate can go, right?
Okay.
So I love that you're thinking about your teammate, but you're thinking about him too late, okay? Now, I have to have a question. Why did you go up for this ball when he's already up?
Well, the ball was traveling towards me, so I thought I could have a chance if I went up fast enough.
Okay. Could see that from happening, but you need to go up earlier, okay? Make the decision
Hmm.
earlier. So if we're thinking about this, I'd be like, okay, ball's up. I should have turned. I'm turning right here to go. Make sense?
Yeah.
You're going. I'm processing,
Looking at this
processing.
now, yeah, I would have definitely. I should have turned way, way sooner.
It's okay that it's. Let's think about it this way. You've made the right decision. You've just hesitated a whole bunch. Okay.
Hmm.
Now I understand where you're coming from because you probably you said you're on a long string of losses, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just try and not hesitate. If you do hesitate, then that's how you have to kind of get better at it. Okay. The
Hmm.
hesitation. I'd much rather you make mistakes and then figure out what you could have done better in the future. Okay. But hesitation is like the killer that kills everything. Okay. And you just hesitate a lot here. All right. You see how much delay there is, right?
Yeah.
You understand the danger level and you kind of play off that. Now this is bad because what happens if the ball goes here, like in this area right here, right?
It would go right over me.
And when
Maybe
you
even in
defend it, you
goal.
own goal it, right?
Yeah.
Stick inside the goal, okay? Ball comes this way, you challenge out, and you just boom it over that way, okay? If he
Okay.
plays it on the wall, fair dues. You hope your teammate can defend on the wall, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good boom. I like it. Like that you've not just you watched it for a second, but you've immediately gone, I need to boost tonight, which is good. Now, what's about to happen here? Right about here.
He's about to boom the hell out of that ball.
Yeah, but I think a 50-50 is probably about to happen here, right? From
Well,
your perspective, right? Guy close,
if
guy close.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Obviously, we know
But
that he booms the ball and clears it. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is stress to you is these danger signs get out, right?
okay.
Okay. So you
All
see
right.
these two people close together, a 50-50 is about to happen. You're last man, right? It's not your job. Your job is to defend the goal. So point towards the goal, okay? This
Okay.
is the main thing, okay? Obviously, you're too close, but what I'm trying to get into your head is realizing when it's a dangerous situation that's about to happen before it happens and then get out before it happens, right?
Okay.
The quicker you get out of here, the more time you have to defend the ball, would you say?
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Okay, cool. Now, you still stay on it, but let me ask you this question. Who else could challenge this ball on your team?
Probably my teammate.
Yes. Now, what's the coverage of both your teammate and yourself here? of the field?
Um, practically, I want to say practically the same. Honestly,
Yes,
yeah, practically the same.
right. That's about it. So there's a whole field. So know when to trust your teammate to challenge. Okay, if he doesn't challenge,
Okay,
fine. But most of the time, he's going to go, okay, I see my teammate leaving. I need to challenge. Okay,
okay,
or hassle or do something. And this is why if we're in the same scenario, you need to hassle. All right, because it forces. If you hassle, it means that your last man doesn't commit for a stupid play that you're about to do here. Okay, so if you're in the opposite situation, you're basically forcing him to get back. All right,
yeah,
make sense? Cool. I mean, you get the 50, which is good, but there's a whole bunch of plays that could have happened, like Doctor Strange style, where
yeah,
okay,
yes.
you gotta consider all the possibilities now. Get out. So, what you've done is confuse your teammate. Let's have a look at it from your teammate's perspective here, right? Right about here, it looks like you're going for the ball. He doesn't. He does the very half hesitation because you're kind of pointing yourself to the ball. Just get out, okay? This means he should go for the ball, right? Because the ball's coming towards him. You need to
Hmm.
point this way and get out of there, okay? Let him
All
know
right.
that he has no worries on his head, right? Basically, okay? With your car body language, you tell them a lot of questions, a lot of things much easier, okay? Now, you know, question is, who's attacking the ball right now in your
It would
team?
be the enemy team.
Yeah, but who
It'd be
on your
nobody.
team is attacking the ball?
Nobody.
Okay. So what we need to do as last man is buy time. Are you going to be buying much time here?
No.
Okay. Luckily they can't dribble, but this is so awkward, right? This is so awkward. This is just like, like you're panicking, right? Imagine you're close to the ball on their side, right? You have so much more time to just push it to the corner or make it basically diffuse the situation, right? Yeah. All right. Fluttering. I'm just repeating one last time. Fluttering boost. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Recover a little bit better. Very slightly. You're almost there. You're almost there. Just like wave dash off the wall, right? Or do something, right? You kind of were a bit of like a limp rock on that wall. You kind of hit the wall and you just
Hmm.
didn't do much. Okay. Now get out. Anytime the ball is above you, get out. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you two scenarios, right? So we 15, right? Now, is it easier to fly from here? Let's assume you're on the ground, or to fly from here, where your teammate is.
Definitely from there,
Cool.
where my teammate is.
So obviously you never know where your teammate is, but we can agree that it's awkward as hell to be from here, right? Would you say?
Yes, I
Okay.
agree.
Okay. So under the ball, no go. This guy recovering might even have a better shot of hitting this ball. This guy has a better shot of hitting the ball than you. Would you say?
Hmm.
So you're in the absolute wrong time. You're never getting this ball, okay? Because you have to wait for it to come down. So yeah, so that's all it is. Now you almost score it, but your teammate could have basically scored that if you had gone out, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Now I don't know why you're not on ball cam, but need to be aware of the plays, okay? Especially anytime there's about a 50-50 about to happen, like right here, this is prime. I need to look at the ball to make sure what's about to happen, okay?
Hmm.
And really, you shouldn't be challenging this way or going this way because your teammate's here, right?
Hmm.
Who are you right now? Out of first and last man.
I would probably say either last man.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say I'm last man.
So go
right
this
here.
way, okay? Just go this way,
Yeah.
right?
I
There's no frustration here. Just calm thoughts, okay? And you boost denied your
Yep,
teammate, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Now, this is some play. This is Rocket League. This is Rocket League.
This is Rocket League. Oh man, this is not a good game by me.
Okay.
This is one of the worst performances.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
no.
This is good. This shows all your
This is
weaknesses, right?
gold. This is gold right here.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming you're trying to catch this ball, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to catch it
Now, why do you turn into the ball if you're trying to catch the ball?
because I thought I might have been too far out. I thought it was gonna slip over me.
Okay. So that just comes with practice, but to catch a ball, you want to go away from the ball and kind of drift with it. Okay? That's how you catch it. But yeah. That's just misjudging it, but now, this is where once you've messed up, right? Slow down a bit, right? The ball's coming towards you, but you get a better angle if you're literally right here. Would you say? Because you have that other option to push the ball up this wall, right? Get this boost, do your thing, right? But because you're just frantically trying to get to the ball, you give yourself basically no option to do anything, okay? So
All right.
here, many options. Here, I need to flip, right?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, because if I'm just too close, I'm practically perpendicular to the travel path of the ball. I
We
can't
kind
really
of
do
talking.
anything with it.
Remember about possibilities. The closer to the
Mhm.
ball you are, the less possibilities you have. This is prime
Exactly.
example. Okay. Obviously, you want to be close to the ball because you need to be close to the ball, but you don't. You basically pass it to them, right? Now this is a great boom. I love the bump. I love the bump. Now you just use up all your boost. What's the thought process here? Right about here. You got 40. Why are you just kind of pushing the ball forward?
Well, my thought process here is that I want to move it as fast as possible upfield so we can apply pressure ASAP.
Okay.
So
So
just try to get it off my half.
okay, that those are good thoughts. However, can you do anything with zero boost?
No.
Okay. So the better idea is just to control the ball a bit. Chill out. Who cares? This is hard. This playing with the. I mean, right?
Oh my god. This replay is oh my
Hey, you can half flip though,
goodness.
so you got that. Okay, now, what are you doing? Why are you sitting here? How you
I
helping
was
the
I was
play?
just I
How
was
you,
just waiting for the
you, didn't-
play
you,
to
weren't-
happen.
you weren't waiting. I thought you were gonna say you're waiting for the boost, but you're not even sitting on the boost. That
I
is
was
yeah.
yeah, I think I'm playing pretty well right here actually. I
Hey, at
thought that
least
was a
you.
pretty
I mean, think about. I'm amazed how much power you got on this ball, right? You gotta.
I
You gotta.
waited. I thought back to all my power shot training right there.
That, honestly, amazed how you got so much power on that ball. That's incredible. Now, this is a
Now
smart
here
play.
is where the good play happens.
No, no, no. Actually, if I'm in that awkward spot, you're doing exactly the right thing. So my thought process here is I'm staying close to the ball. Okay?
Hmm.
This is good. You force him to do something, right? He can't control the
Yeah.
ball. Makes it easier for your teammate, okay? Obviously, you're now flung in the play, but obviously, this is just a series of bad circumstances, all right? Now, I do have questions about why you kind of decided not to hustle back and, you're just like taking a walk in the park, but, don't go this way, go this way, okay? This is troubling, okay? This is panic situations, not let me go, get some boost, have a quick look at the stadium, then get back, right? This is, I
Right.
need to get back, all right? So important to understand danger levels here, right? Danger, right?
Hmm.
So okay, that's it. So we're gonna see how I get back versus how you get back. Technically you get back at the same time, but the main thing is I've covered the goal where they could have scored a lot more of the time. Would you say?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you're completely right.
Okay, cool. Thank God I'm completely right.
Yeah, I would have never guessed.
4,000 hours at this game. I'm glad I'm good at something. Now, you have two options here. You have three options actually. You can sit inside goal like this, which is a terrible idea, or sit behind the goal where you have a bit more time to react. Okay, Bad reaction. Much easier to react, okay? First thing. Next thing, I'd just be diving, dude. This is kind of, have you ever played, I guess you guys call it soccer? As a
No.
goalkeeper, huh?
I never even played soccer. No.
Okay, so let's look at it from another angle, okay? The closer you are to the ball, the more space you cover, right? Would you say?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so go closer to the ball, okay? So just dive, okay? This is panic stations. I'm gonna dive and I'm gonna hope I 50-50 it that way, okay?
Right.
So this angle, you kind of flip, you kind of go a little bit to the side. You see where we're not going completely straight, and then you flip this way. Good 50-50 means that it goes over here, okay? So, but go forward, okay? This is important.
Okay.
If you sit on the
So
line, you're, you know, you kind
okay.
of
So I just want to
praying.
challenge earlier here, pretty much.
But if you sit in here, fine, you can do that. But for me personally, I want to force him to have him do an incredible play here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If he does the incredible play, fair dues. But at Diamond 3 Champ 1, it's unlikely he does the incredible play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, force him to make the incredible play. Don't give him time. Okay. Now, the 50-50 is poor, but let's basically time your 50-50 to put it in a place where they aren't, right? You've kind of put it back
Right.
at him, put it into the corner, okay? Okay, it's okay. Well, that's just mechanics. We don't talk about mechanics here.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Have a question here. Why are you just double jumping towards the ball here?
Well, I see him there, and I know there's nobody behind him.
Okay.
So if I know I get there to the ball first and I hit it over him,
Mm-hmm.
then it would hopefully set up a play.
All incredibly great and the right ideas here. But let's see if I can get my controller working here. Okay, cool. So we are at 407. So there's a party pack I use called training pack called Ultimate Training Warm Up or whatever. Okay. Look at that. Now if we go to one like this one, right? See that? So I'm using a single jump and then just booming the ball. I mean, you must have done this when you're starting up, right? You're like, holy shit, how much power can I get, right? Did you do this when you were kind of, coming from the lower ranks? Just single jump and then front flip towards the ball.
Yeah.
So that is much more useful than what you were doing there. Okay. Right. So just practice it. It's not difficult. I mean, I'm not doing this well. I'm not gonna say I'm like this is poor, but all I'm trying to do is get good contact and just put it over there, right? I'm trying to hit it hard and hit it at the net, right?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, just think about that. Practice that a little bit. You'll feel a bunch better. But yeah, probably that's what I would do. Single jump and then kind of send it at goal. Okay.
Okay.
A tough skill, but very useful there. Okay.
I definitely struggle with knowing when I should double jump and when I should just normal jump and flip.
You
then
get a
power
gut
shot
feeling
it.
about it. I can't really tell you when to do it. I can tell you when to sort of do it. Like I can tell you right about here, jump, then front flip, and then I try and hit over here. Make sense? I got free space in the ball. If I just double jump, I'm just playing the ball to them, right? If I freaking send it, that we're on the aggressive side, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So most of the time, what I'm thinking about is sending it into free space. Free space for a Champ 1 player is scary because they're not there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just think about that. Put it in places where they aren't. Now your teammate also dived, but let's just ignore that. Now we're fluttering boost. Now, why are we pointing towards the plate? where does your teammate want to send the ball?
Probably towards net.
Okay. So what I'd be doing, this one's a bit of an awkward one, but let's kind of play it through, okay? So, all right. So we come down. I get the boost. All right. So I'd be going, all right. Okay, let me just stay wide. But I'm staying much further away because
Mm-hmm.
what I'm playing for is this half of the pitch, right?
Right.
No one's on this. No one's on this half the pitch. So it means that literally anything on this side, if he 50-50s it, I'm gold, right? Would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm playing wide. All right. Now I can challenge, right? Or if I see him play for the wall, then I go, oh shit, I have to get back. Okay. But yeah,
Okay.
make sense? Look, your Diamond 3 Champ 1 teammates aren't going to do the most, you know, what should we call it? Smart plays, okay? So,
Right.
but we recover. Now, for sure, we fluttered the boost away. We've not picked up any of these little boost pads, but you gotta you gotta stay wide, or if you stay wider, it's an easier play. If you're going
Mm-hmm.
so close to the ball, then you gotta basically challenge as quickly as you can. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right. Honestly, poor situation. You read your teammate being close to the ball, you get out of there much quicker, right?
Yeah.
That's the main perspective here. So if we go here, all right, I see my teammate do that, I boost immediately, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you take that extra step. Now, let's say I boost immediately. Where am I now? If I'm here, I'll be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a lot easier to defend, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
cool. So make the decision. You see my teammate commit, I'm out of there, okay? All right. Now, I can understand you're tilted from everything, but what should we do here instead?
Um,
Instead of
we
what you've
should
done,
probably
obviously.
boom it to the. We should probably maybe. Honestly, I think the better play would probably hit it right.
Hit it right? You mean so hit it
Yeah,
over here?
yeah, somewhere over there.
Okay.
Some because there's a lot of space over there. I know my teammates in
That
in
that's
the
a
net.
perfectly valid situation. The worst thing you could do, which is the thing you don't do, is you try and dribble it. Okay. So if there's two
Mhm.
people in front of you, never dribble it. Okay. Simple.
Yeah.
Now, I would do personally. I just freaking boom that at their goal. Force him to fly up. Let my teammate challenge the ball afterwards. Okay. So I
Okay.
freaking smash that as hard as I can. This guy has no chance. Would you say to get
Yeah,
to
I
me?
would say yeah.
He's probably going to dive in. So that means that he's out of play for a long time. I boom this ball. My teammate can kind of, pick up the scraps. Okay? Low mechanics, high reward, low risk. My favorite kind of thing. Okay? Obviously, as you get higher and higher, it probably won't work as well, but you also have better mechanics. Okay? Now, don't turn towards the ball. Can you understand why?
Yeah, he's like already like sky high for it.
And we've got the same issue where you're trying to fly up.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, what we should be doing is just chilling here. We chill here. We assume my teammate has the far end. I have here. And then I challenge, right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
I want you to be more aware of your teammates, okay? In your head, always think, where's my teammate? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I like this. You're inside the goal. It's good. Now you don't need to push up. Just chill out, okay? Your teammate has near ball. Now you should challenge here. Okay? He can challenge, but I'm saying someone has to challenge there, all right? Now, here, you just want to 50-50 with him and try and play it so that it goes here, bounces out, and your teammate can score. Okay? So 50-50 him, because he's trying to buy time. You're giving him the ability to buy time, right? So have him not be able to buy time, and then your teammate can come up and score. Okay?
Okay.
Because this is, just awkward shit. And then your teammate dies, obviously, because there's 30 seconds left, and everyone's like, I need to score, I need to score. Now, obviously, I repeat, hardest to be underneath it, but you've done a good enough read to force him not to go up. So in the end, fair dues, that was probably the right play to force him not to go up because he's last man. Now, I don't know what you're doing here, but what I will say is, think about it this way, Alt Y. This is you. This is this. Can you see how there's no angle?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the most awkward thing. Now, we can potentially go point this way. Then we can kind of follow the ball, and we hope our teammate challenges, or we can kind of don't. The main thing is don't be this angle right here when he's playing, because literally all he has to do is beat you at this plane. You go this way. He doesn't know which plane you're gonna be. Are you gonna be here? You're gonna be here. So you standing here means that he knows he just has to beat you at this spot right here, and he has all this time to figure out how to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'd probably just go here and just chill out, because my gut feeling is no one at Champ 1 really knows how to do anything passing the ball back to the opponents. Okay. Because let's see what the play happens. Right? Where fewer G is, much easier to play that ball, right? Where you are, you've almost screwed him up, right? He's confused as hell. Okay? Now, we don't sit close to our teammates, because all it needs is Lil Graham to pop that, and then you're screwed. Okay? Kind of following your teammate's ass there. Okay?
Yeah, there was 4 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. All right. So, key things. Don't sniff your teammate's ass. So you guys want to cover more of the pitch, okay? Second thing is
there's a lot. I need a lot more space, because before I wanted to possibly close a lot of space, but in this game it's way different.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
Buy time. Now, as second man, do you see how much more patient I am with every play? Let the play develop. Nothing goes at a rocket pace, especially at this level. Even at my level, nothing goes that quickly. Okay, but yeah. So patience. Pick up little boost pads. Don't flutter the boost, and don't. Your teammate's never gonna pass to you. I'm just gonna say it here. Okay. So don't keep being open for passes. Let your teammate do what he expects his teammate to do, which is solo everyone and then give a free shot for your teammate to score. Okay? Just do that. It's much simpler. You don't need to beat teammate. You don't need to go for all-in plays. All right? So, I mean, I'm recording this, so you can probably have a watch of this and kind of take notes. Probably would be the best idea. But yeah, do you have any lasting questions?
No, I don't think so.
In terms of kickoffs, I would probably look at a couple kickoff tutorials. There's a bunch. Don't go for speed flips. Just go for normal diagonal flips. There's a few that will call that the intermediate. I think Helical does one. I think Spook Luke does another. Just go for the intermediate ones and understand what they're doing, and then you'll be pretty solid to understand it. But the main driving factor is, if we're talking about it, is I turn. You see that? So I'm turning a little bit so that I can kind of end up straight. Does that make sense? See that? See that? So this is how a diagonal becomes straight. Okay? So very slightly going the other way, and then going like that, and then trying to hit it into the middle of the ball. So Like, you know, if we're looking, this is really hard, but
Yeah, you want to hit the center of the ball.
center of the wall. But you see, I'm making
yeah.
a slight adjustment, so I land straight. You see that? That's all you have to do. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
That's good. I mean, give me a shout if you have any other questions, but I would definitely, maybe in a day or two, just have a watch through this video, and then you'll feel a little bit more confident about what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff there. What I'm happy about is you're thinking the right things, you're just thinking them too slowly. Okay? Which is tough, but you just gotta make it more instinctual. Okay?
Okay.
And
so just log more hours.
Be okay to make mistakes.
Right.
Does that make sense? It's okay to make mistakes, because making mistakes means that you probably learn from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll think about, let me challenge this bull, let me see how it goes, right? Okay, oh. Me challenging it front on means that I've overcommitted and my teammate's now in a 2-on-1. Okay, I understand now, future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the types of mistakes that you kind of think about, and you get better because you realize what the bad result could be, okay?
Right.
And most of the time, my main things are always have someone on the ball, always have at least a little bit boost, maybe 20-30 in the tank if you can, and play for low risk stuff, flicks, booms. It makes it easy for them to mess up, and then your teammate or yourself can pick it up. Okay. Don't go for like all-in plays where I go, oh yeah, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, right? Because all that's gonna happen is you just pass it back to them, right? You don't do that, but just think about that mindset, okay?
Okay.
All right. So last man, buy time, and if you see a situation going south or potentially going south, just leave. It's okay. All right? Especially as last man. Don't believe that your teammate's gonna make the most miraculous 50 possible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. All right. I think we can call it here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me stop the recording.